Hi guys, welcome to Rajshri Food. I'm the Bombay chef Varun Inamdar, and today I bring to your kitchen spaghetti bolognese, and I'm making it with mushrooms. So let's begin. Spaghetti bolognese is one of my most favorite recipes in the world. So first thing that goes in is some salt in the water. Now there's one thing to remember here, the water needs to be as salty as seawater. The next thing that goes in is spaghetti. Now, the spaghetti should not be broken into two, so never go and do tak. So the spaghetti goes in just like that. You see, half of it is inside, half of it is outside. And the moment it starts cooking at the bottom, you slowly slide all the spaghetti in the vessel. So that's how you need to cook spaghetti the right way. So now that you see, the spaghetti has just started becoming a little pliable. This can easily get in the water, so you just need to push it a little so that all the spaghetti goes in the water without breaking. So that's very important to know. So we're going to blanch this for 8 to 9 minutes, making sure it's a little undone, and that's what Italians call al dente. So that's important for you to know. Well, you can cook it a little perfect or well cooked, but I prefer it al dente. Now that the spaghetti is done, I'm just taking a cupful of this liquid, which is actually the water in which the starch has released. So I'm reserving a little bit of this liquid because this magically is going to act like the thickener. Now I'm straining this. So now that the spaghetti is nice and blanched, so I'm just drizzling a little bit of olive oil so that it is separate and it does not stick to each other. So now that the spaghetti is ready, let's begin with the sauce, which is the mushroom bolognese. So in goes good quality olive oil. So the first thing that goes in is some minced garlic. Here is some garlic. Next goes in some celery. I've just finely minced the celery stick. Next goes in minced onion. Now that the onions have lightly started sweating, next that goes in is some tomatoes. I've just removed the skin of the tomatoes by blanching them. I'm just adding in some salt. So now that the tomatoes have become like a stew, I'm adding in the mushrooms, finely minced mushrooms. I've taken button mushrooms. You can take cremini, you can take porcini, whichever mushrooms of your choice. So the next thing that goes in is some finely chopped parsley and some fresh basil. Just stirring them. So the next thing that goes in is freshly crushed peppercorns. So I have some whole pepper, which I'm going to just crush lightly. So the next thing that goes in is some fresh pepper. And I'm putting in the water that we had reserved initially, just a little bit, because the starch in that is actually going to thicken the pasta sauce. So now that the stew is ready, I'm going to add in the blanched spaghetti. So I have a cute little pasta plate here on which I'm moving this spaghetti. So I'm just placing this in the middle of the plate and just twirling it a little so that it looks nice and presentable. Also, it gets a little bit of a height. So there we go with the spaghetti. And with a spoon, I'm just placing the sauce in the same plate. Now I'm taking some extra virgin olive oil, just drizzling a little on top of that. And then goes in the star of this recipe, which is basil leaf. So let me try this. Absolutely the way I wanted it to be. Chunky, beautiful, rustic, mushroomy. Do try it at home. Serve it to your loved ones. I'm sure they'll love it. Let me continue with this.